Greetings, YouTubers and gamers alike. Welcome back to another episode of Dark Souls Remastered Guided Playthrough for the PS4. And today we are going to farm a little bit up in, or excuse me, not farm, but explore a little bit in Anor Londo. We'll do part of that, and then we'll explore all of the Painted World of Ariamas and complete that. And then that will wrap us for the day. So, if you haven't done so yet, make sure you get this bonfire kindled up to 20, and then we'll get started. So let's first go back to our big knights that were over here. We're going to kill those guys and get that treasure chest that's over here. These guys here aren't so bad. If you can pull one at a time, it's the best thing you want to do. So if you can shoot them like so, you get him to come after you. These guys here, you can, if you try to stay underneath of them, you can just kind of roll underneath their legs and then turn around and hit them. It's probably the best way to go about it. We got that giant's halberd. Take a look at that real quick. Large halberd made of old brass, used by the giant sentinels of Anor Londo. Brass contains traces of lightning, but as the halberd is designed for the giant sentinels, its weight is unbearable. Alright, next we'll go ahead and grab this guy here. Completely missed them. There we go. These guys are a pretty good source of Titanite chunks as well, if you want to farm them. As you see here, this is not a mimic, as the chain isn't. Is just kind of curled and not in the forward position. So, Demon Titanite. Remember, those Demon Titanites are used to level up boss weapons. So you definitely want to make sure you have those and get all the ones available. And like I said before, there is one Titanite demon much later in the game that does respawn, but the rest of them do not. So make sure you get all the Demon Titanites you can find, because you will need them. You know that hit him. Come on. these guys out of the way. Alright, so that one is Mimic. This one is not. Twinkling Titanites. Here is do a forward leap. Things are nasty, man. Ugh. Gross. Crystal Halberd. Let's take a look at that. Long-hilted weapon mixing spear and axe is difficult to handle, requiring both strength and dexterity. The halberd has 2 elementary attacks, spear-like thrusting and large sweeping swings. However, one false swing and the wielder is left wide open. Okay. Something else to remember also is that these crystal-type weapons, they do not repair. So, on the way to repair them is to upgrade them to the next, like, Titanite level. So, if you do use the crystal weapon, it does have high damage. However, it will break eventually. So, think about that before you use them. Go ahead and rest here. Now we're going to head down. So, you remember before when we took out the bell gargoyles, there's also 2 more of them in the Anor Londo here. Now we're going to come across the first one when we drop down this ramp. You can get the tail cut on this one as well if you didn't get it on the bell gargoyles, but it's a little more difficult to get the tail cut on this one, or on these gargoyles. So you can do it if for some reason you missed it. Nothing over there. Anyways, saw what I did there, so I got the tail cut. And we got a gargoyle's halberd as well, so we'll take a look at that one. Halberd of the Gargoyle guarding the Bell of Awakening in the Undead Church. Perfectly standard bronze halberd without any special power. Alright, so next thing you want to do is go ahead and go over this way and just drop down here. Should be a treasure chest over here. I think it's Demon Titan, I can't remember though. Yeah, Demon Titan. On this bridge. If you need to get back up for some reason, because you need to go back up to the bonfire or you die or whatever, then there's a ladder, or excuse me, a stairway right here. But if not, then you can proceed forward. I don't think there was anything over here. I think just that one treasure chest right there. Yeah, just that one treasure. Okay, so the next part, we're going to go into the cathedral. This is where we're going to get into the Painted World, but we need to do a couple things first before we get there. There are some enemies in here. The cathedral, or I think they're called Painted World Guardians or something. Anyways, going up this beam right here. This is how you proceed forward normally. You can't go over there because the ramp is up in the air, or the platform is up in the air, so you have to get that down. And then just come to right here, and then just roll over, and you'll wind up right here. So these guys here can backstab you, so be careful. called like Painted Guardians or something. Yeah, Painted Guardian sword. Maybe it's a curved sword. Curved sword of Anor Londo painting guards. Unique shape with flat tip. The guardians who strike down those who dare threaten the paintings attack in a continuous circular dancing motion. A technique passed down through generations. So definitely make sure also that you have that doll that we got back in the Undead Asylum, because if you don't have it, you can't get into the Painted World. And Painted World is absolutely an optional area. You don't have to do it to beat the game. Well, we want to get this guy so that he comes after us, so we don't have to mess with him on the rafters. As you can tell, we have to climb across those rafters, and those rafters are real easy to fall, so you can kind of get these guys to chase you at all. It's better, that way you can kill them on the ground instead of having to deal with them up there on the rafters. I think you can get all of them but 2, like this. And the other ones you're just going to have to deal with. So, climb a ladder and start your way across the rafters. Just take it kind of slow if you need to. And then just hold your guard like this, because those painted guardians over there, they will throw knives at you. Take it nice and slow. Once you get in the middle right here, you'll want to go ahead and knock down this big chandelier, because it has an item on top of it. It's a sorcery, I can't remember what it is, but you can't get it unless you knock it down, so just do that, it'll fall down there. And then we'll get it when we go all the way down there. And what next you want to do is kind of get this guy here to run after you. Oh, look at that, we got lucky. Make him fall off. That's really lucky, it's hard to do that. Sometimes he just comes chases after you. But I guess if you get a headshot on him, you can knock him down. So just take it kind of slow here. And he's gonna come over here and he's gonna try to start attacking us, which is fine. Go ahead and drop him down. Yeah. See you later, Mr. Pain Guardian. Well, alright. So now that we're through that, I'm gonna get another item over here. So what you want to do is go ahead and roll off of here into this platform, and then you're gonna roll into this one. There's a painting guardian around this corner, so be ready to attack him. He's gonna try to get you right here. Might be able to get him. Yeah, we got him through the thing. So. All that for this treasure chest right here. This is going to be Divine Blessing. Yeah, and we already read that before, so. And then we'll do the same thing to go back across the way here. And then just roll into the other one. Like so. Alright, well, it didn't roll very well, did it? But there's also another painted guardian up here, so you have to do the same thing if you can. Or you just have to run around there and get them. Oh, nice, hooray. Okay. Alright, so run out here and then go ahead and hit the fog. Once you get past the fog, there's going to be this big platform that's up in the air. And once we knock it down, we're going to run into our second gargoyle, our second and final gargoyle in the game. Remember what I told you? So if you, for some reason that you didn't get an item off the gargoyles at all, then this last one here will drop it. Except for the tail cut. I won't drop the tail cut if you didn't get the tail cut. You have to get the tail cut to get the axe, the tail axe. But like the helmet and the shield and stuff like that. It should drop off of this last one here. I'll mess that up. So I get for taking a drink right when I get down here. Myself. Alright, Mr. Gargoyle, come on, let's go. Ooh. Let's see what he drops here. Yeah. So, the helmet, the shield, and the halberd. Now we already got, I think, the helm and the halberd, but we don't have the shield. So, as you can see, he dropped all that stuff because he's the very last card. Will not respawn. So, we'll take a look at that shield real quick. Bronze shield of the gargoyle guarding the bell of awakening in the undead church. The gargoyle's skin is tough by itself, and perhaps his shield may have been a prop, for it is a rare example of a metal shield that does not reduce physical damage 100%. I think we already read the gargoyle helmet. Yeah, we did because we have two. So, all right. Next thing we want to do is, so if we go down here, it's going to take us to the bottom of the cathedral. But, and we want to go there. That's our target. But we need to go down a little further first. And I'll show you why here in a second. So that's going to be our way to proceed to the Painted World. We need to go down here real quick. And we need to get our second bonfire for Anor Londo. And we also need to kindle it. Alright, so we got our bonfire kindled there, and we're going to get this Ring of the Sun's Firstborn. Go ahead and read that. Lord Gwyn's firstborn who inherited the sunlight once wore this ancient ring, boasts the strength of miracles. Lord Gwyn's firstborn was a god of war, but his foolishness led to a loss of the annals and rescinding of his deific status. Today, even his name is not known. So, yeah, that's his firstborn. So it looks like if you've been following along here, Lord Gwyn, that's Lord Gwyn right there, that's the statue right there. So Lord Gwyn had 3 children, Gwendolyn, Guinevere, and then the firstborn. The firstborn is the one nobody knows his name to. And then if you remember our ring that we got before down in the catacombs was called Dark Moon Silence Ring. Excuse me. This ring is granted to adherents of Gwendolyn, Dark Moon deity, and lastborn of Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight, grants additional magic attunement slots. Now remember, this is important. This part here is important. The Dark Sun Gwendolyn is the only remaining deity in Anor Londo. He's the only one here, right? So that means that Guinevere and of course the firstborn, obviously, and Lord Gwyn, they're not here. They're not in Anor Londo. The only one that's here is Gwendolyn, right? So with that being said, just go ahead and equip this ring. All right. And once you equip it, this wall goes away, okay? You go down here. Now don't go into the fog, alright? Just listen to what Gwendolyn has to say to you.
This is the tomb of the great Lord Gwyn. Tarnished it shall not be by the feet of men. If thou art a true disciple of the dark sun, cast aside thine eye. Hear the voice of myself, Gwendolyn, and kneel before me. O disciple of the dark sun, thou hast journeyed far. Hear my voice. If thou shalt swear by the covenant to become a shadow of Father Gwyn and Sister Gwynwyn, a blade that shall hunt the foes of our lords, then I shall protect thee, safeguarding thy person with the power of the dark moon.
Alright, so we want to join this covenant. And this is what we get. Dark Moon Blade Covenant Ring, and we get the Blue Eye Orb.
Very well. Now thou art a blade of the dark moon, who hunteth the enemies of the lords by the power of the dark sun.
Alright, so if we had a Souvenir of Reprisal, we could offer it to him to like further our rank. You need 10, and then you need 20 more, so you need 30 total in order to get it to rank 2, which is the cap. So we are going to get it to the next rank though, because we need to get a miracle from him. And we have the Dark Moon Blade Covenant Ring, so read that. Ring granted those bound by the Dark Moon Blade Covenant. Answer Dark Sun Gwendolyn summoning. Gwendolyn, all too aware of his repulsive, frail appearance, created the illusion of a sister Guinevere who helps him guard over Anor Londo. And unmasking of these deities would be tantamount to blasphemy. So basically what it's telling us is that we got one ring that says he's the only one that's here behind this fog, and then we got another ring that says he's not. So oh my goodness, very confusing. But we'll see why that is here in a little bit when we further next episode when we further explore Anor Londo. We'll see why that is, and you'll understand it more. So go ahead and put your Chloranthi ring back on, and maybe level up once if we have enough souls. Which we do. So go ahead and level up your faith when you get that up to at least 20. We need a faith dex to 20, so we'll get to working on that. Proceed forward. So after you get the cutscene with Gwendolyn and join the Covenant, then go ahead and come back up this ramp here and on into the cathedral, which is going to be, or the place where we drop the chandelier down. There's a whole bunch of these painted guardians in here, so you want to kill them. Just don't let them gang upon you. Take out one at a time if possible. They're just kind of everywhere in here. Kind of very sporadically placed, but in order for us to get that item right there, we're going to have to kill like all of them. So just kind of walk around here, get one or two of them to aggro you, and then just run away. See if you can take them out. Man, there's a lot of them in here. I forgot how many there was. I don't know if that's all of them. I think it might be all of them. Maybe one more over here. We'll read that in a minute. I think there's another painted garden over here. Yeah, garden this treasure. It should be the last one right here. And then we'll read some stuff. This is Black Iron Tarkus is armor set and weapon. This is the guy that helped us kill the Iron Golem. This is his weapon set. So let's take a look at that. There's a couple things. So we got a great magic weapon. That's what we just got from that big chandelier. Sorcery which improves upon magic weapon. High magic augmentation right weapon. At Denheim Dragon School, only magic swordsmen on special orders are allowed to learn this spell, which grants powerful augmentation to various weapons. And then we also got a great sword. Where is the great sword? Here it is. One of the gigantic straight great swords. Very few have what it takes to wield this incredibly heavy damage-dealing monster. A favorite of the knights, Veronique, known for their heavy armor and black iron Tarkus. And then we got the black iron set. Helm of Black Iron Tarkus, a knight known for his great strength. Built of a special black iron and providing strong defense, notably against fire, but so terribly heavy to be unwieldy to all but Tarkus himself. So that means that it'd be really hard to carry it right now unless we have a lot of endurance built up, which we don't. So we're going to continue on with our Elite Knight set. Anyways, that's the exploration part of Anor Londo for the time being. So we're going to get into the Painted World right here. So come to this big giant painting right here. Now, if you have the doll from the Undead Asylum, then you'll be able to get this interaction. This says examine. But if you don't have the doll and you forgot to pick it up, nothing will happen. You'll just be standing there looking at a painting. So go ahead and enter the painting. Alright, here we are in Painted World of Ariamas. Painted World does not let you warp from it. You warp to it, but you cannot warp from it for some reason, unless they changed it in the PS4, which I don't think they did. So once you get the Lord Vessel, if you ever have to come back here and you need to leave, then you have to like fall out of a painting or use a homeward bone if you didn't use the bonfire. I still think you still have to do it. We need to kindle this one too. Definitely kindle this one for sure, because this is the only bonfire. So just make sure that when you leave here, you have at least three humanity, because you're gonna have one more bonfire and a Londo that you need to kindle. So make sure you got enough humanities to do that. I think there's some rats in here you can kill if you don't have what you need. You can, before you kill the rats, just throw on that gold serpent covetous ring or whatever, and try to get you some humanity drops if you need. But there's also, I think there's a couple of humanities in here that for items. Also, you want to make sure on this one as well that you already have your blooming purple moss clump. You want to make sure you have those equipped to your belt, because you're gonna need them. I'll show you. There's some enemies up here that are they shoot like fire out of their mouths, and the only way, or they shoot fireballs at you, I should say. And they're like these big grotesque things, and when you kill them with a sword and not with fire, they blow up on you with a toxic cloud, which ends up causing you to have toxic. So you need to kill them with fire, but you don't have enough fire to kill all of them before you have to go back to your bonfire and rest. Now you can drop that down up on that ledge by hitting it with a sword, or you can hit it with that bow like I just showed you. So that should be your third humanity. If you've been following along, you should have enough humanities at this point to kindle that last bonfire in Anor Londo, and you should have enough to get you through this area. So make a quick left right here, and we'll get this out of the way. There's these are the guys I was saying about. So you just go ahead and equip your fire, go up to them, and just oh shoot! No, that's not what I wanted to do. Well, messed that up. That's not what I wanted to do. I meant to use my combustion, but I forgot to equip it. So. Oh well. Happens. Now that I got it equipped. Hopefully that won't happen again. That was a complete disaster right there. Well, I guess it won't get invaded, so that's good. Although we do need to. There's another NPC though we need to fight in here, so we will have to get ourselves human again because we need to fight that NPC. All right. Anyways, what you want to do here is just go ahead and hit these guys. Fire. I'll show you what I'm talking about when you go kill them without fire. It's like an instant toxic, so you gotta be careful. Anyways, make that quick left right here. Go ahead and get rid of these hollows. Oh, come on. Oh man, this is ridiculous. Another one up here. So there's these big burnt things. I don't know if they'll get me right here or not. I can't remember if they get you or not right here. But just in case, go ahead and equip your gold. Your code is gold serpent ring for a better item find. Because if they do get you, these birds are what we need to get those souvenirs of reprisal. You need 10 of them. So we're going to try to get those while we're in the Painted World if all possible before we leave. But sometimes they'll fly over here and attack you when you pick that up. It doesn't look like they're doing it this time. Oh, here he comes, yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't drop it, so but those are the ones that dropped that item we want. And just go ahead and fall down here. And get this twin humanities, which we need anyway. So, also I think there's a rat down here, so I'll actually leave this on. Rat, and I think there's another hollow over here. Two rats. No humanity. Oh well. Another hollow. Here somewhere. There he is. Alright, so this next part, there's gonna be a few areas, like, those, bird guys, they'll come after you. I think there's maybe 6 or 7 of them, but, unless you go this way up on top of the roof, those 2 won't come after you until later, so the only way to get them 2 away from the 7, without them coming after you all at once is to climb this over here, but you will never probably come back to this area again, so you'll have to go the other way. I'm going to show you later. Anyways, there's more of these flame guys in here, plus off to the right, so, and there's also a ambush in here as well. You'll see him hanging right there. Yeah, I'm seeing I already messed that up. I'm really not playing very good tonight at all. So let's try this again. Oh my gosh. I'm just missing everything. Alright. Hopefully we'll get through it this time. See about letting this guy come to us instead of us going in there. Maybe. Oh my gosh, I'm really having a hard time with these guys. There. That's how it's supposed to go. Oh my goodness, having a rough time with these guys tonight. That's how it is, I guess. Sometimes you really have a hard time, other times you don't. So, anyways, go ahead and cut this down. You'll be able to get that guy for a while, so he'll be fine down there. That guy came from up in the rafters. He just dropped down. He was up here in this area, so take a quick left out this side. Also a ambush here. So yeah, we'll come back to this in just a second. What you want to do here, though, is go ahead and this way. Yeah. So drop down this way, and then you want to kind of jump over this hole and onto. Come back here, grab this real quick, though. So you want to jump over this right here and onto that little ledge. Sometimes it takes a little bit, but you can do it. So you just gotta. Obviously, I can't do it, so let me go this way. There we go. And there's another, I can't remember if it's a flame guy or an ambush. It might be an ambush. Go this way, but yeah, another ambush. Gosh. Rusty, very rusty tonight. So climb this ladder here and go up in the top, and you'll be back on in that room where those fire guys were at. You'll be able to get this item right here. Head over this way, grab this. This is an egg vermifuge, I think. So egg vermifuge, we'll read that real quick. Bitter sour chestnut removes parasitic egg from body. The egg bearers have chosen to serve the flame of chaos, and the egg symbolizes the selfless choice. Naturally, these chestnuts are forbidden, but are allowed under special circumstances. So, remember when I told you earlier before, when you fight those guys that look like Ingi or whatever, down in Blighttown, if you fight them and you kill them, they break apart and these little worms come out. And, or no, excuse me, if you fight them and you just kind of let them attack you, what they'll do is they'll grab your legs, and then they'll, like, put this worm thing into your head, and then after you sit for a little bit, your character will start scratching their head. I think it's like 10 minutes or something like that. After 10 minutes, a big egg thing will come over your head, and you can't wear a helmet. Anyways, once the egg thing shows up, if you use that egg vermifuge, it'll kill the egg thing, take it off your head. And you can put a helmet again. So that's what's up with that. So now we're gonna come down here, and then down here there's some more rats. So equip your gold covetous if you need to for chance at humanity. Right over here, inside this room, is some rats. A couple of rats, I think. I think this chest is the Painted Guardian attire. Yeah. Painted Guardian attire. I'll read that real quick. Hood worn by the alabaster cloth guardians of the paintings in Anor Londo offers substantial protection versus magic. They have guarded the great paintings of Ariamas for ages, passing their duty down through the generations. But the reason for doing so passed from all memory long ago. So they don't know why they're doing it, but they just do it. So, okay, that out of the way. We put our Corlanthy ring back on. Just back out, and then this time we're gonna actually proceed to the left of that half circle that was there. Alright. So the way forward is gonna be here. Get rid of this guy first, though. That's the way forward, but we need to kill this dragon. When you go down there and pick up these items, the dragon's gonna like come after you. So grab the items real fast and then run back. It doesn't take real long. Blood shield. Okay, so he's not terribly terribly hard to kill. So what we want to do is kind of go back and forth between the two stairs, and then he'll aim his breath attack, whichever way that you're going. And you can run down, hit him once, and then rinse and repeat until he's dead. So watch, I'll show me. So get him to get straight on, come down here, get him, and then come back up here. And get him breath attack in the center. Repeat until he's dead. Not that tough. Just takes a little bit of time to roll. Because he does have quite a bit of life. You could just run back to this side if you wanted to and do the right side. But I'm converting it this way just because I know that I'll get the hit every time. And I don't have to worry about maybe missing and being swiped with this claw attack. Take one more hit on the hilt. So now that he's dead, I can read that blood shield real quick. The blood shield, spoken of in the Lost Legends. The red of the blood is slightly enchanted and boosts various resistances. Cool. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and grab this dragon scale from his drop. This dragon carcass down here is kind of weird because it's like, I don't know if it's bugged or something, but it's, you can see that it's still alive. If you do a forward R2, you get it to stand up. Like that. So, and then you can come this way and actually drop down and go fight the boss over there if you will, if you want to. So this is kind of like a shortcut without having to open the doors and stuff. But we're not going to go that way because we want to do a complete run through the area and get all the items and stuff. So head back down the pathway, and this time you're going to go to the left. Oh, we forgot to read blue eye, didn't we? We need to read that real quick. Where is it? Blue Eye Orb, invade world of player in book of the guilty. Subdue player to acquire survival or souvenir of reprisal. Only Covenant can use the item. These mystical orbs are granted to blades of the Dark Moon, knights who serve the Dark Sun Gwyn, so that they may serve the gods and meting out vengeance. So, and we can use this item like we can use it right now if we were online and invade another player that is in the Book of the Guilty. So, the Book of the Guilty is an item you get from Oswald, and when you die, like say you get invaded by somebody and you have one of those Books of the Guilty, you can report them, and then when you report them, the Blue Eye Orb is what is used to go back and kill the people that are in the reported book. So, that's how you use that. Alrighty, so we might get attacked by some of them bird guys right here. Maybe. So this is the door we want to open right here. But we can't because it's locked by contraption. And you have to go back out this way. So that hanging body that we like cut down a little while ago is going to be down here in this area, in this courtyard, as soon as we traverse this light, this white light. What you want to do here is just go open the door real quick, and then we'll explore the area once we open the door all the way. Because those guys in the middle, they're called Phalanx. If you ever played Demon's Souls, the first in the Soul series, this was like the first boss most people fought. But they're obviously a lot smaller than they were in the other one, but you can tell it kind of looks like 300 Spartans in it. With their shields and stuff. So anyways, our target's going to be opening that door over there. That'll open up the area for us so we can run back to the bonfire if we need to. So we'll get that first, and then we'll kill these guys afterwards and explore the rest of the area. These guys aren't so bad, just so you can break them up and get past their shields. They're not hard to kill, but their shields can block almost all of your attack, and it just doesn't do a lot of damage at all. What? See what I mean, though? Like, wow. Yeah. Glad we opened the door. So, here's the Phalanx guys. Back here, their blood stain. Yeah, these guys are not as funny thing to kill. They're kind of a pain. Let's see if we can drop in on another pose here. Doesn't look like it. they're gonna rip us apart with those spears, man. Alright. Let me go up here. There's a hollow in here. Hollow or two in here. Definitely an ambush right here. Okay, so we got arrows coming at us there. We got spears coming at us from there. Not a good recipe, is it? So, alright, let's see if we can grab these items from the ground here and get these phalanx guys, leave us alone. This is that body we cut down earlier right here. Humanity. And then I think there's another humanity up here. I can't remember if it is or not. No, bring a sacrifice. Okay. Alright, so we got the items in the ground. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and use up our souls and then turn ourselves humans so that we can get the invader to get us. So level up, we have faith here, 19. This guy that's gonna invade us, his name is like Jeremiah or something like that. He's gonna be off to the right after you go past this door, so. Couple monsters over here too. Some of these torch guys. Some of the torch guys will come at you like that. Try to really mess your world up. So be careful with those. There's a treasure here. Acid surge. Pyromancy formed in the Great Swamp emit acid, which corrodes weapons and armor. Not all pyromancy originates in the Great Swamp. One hears rumors of unknown pyromancers inhabiting various lands, and this spell is the work of one such outlander. That outlander is the guy we're about to fight. He's not too terribly difficult. Just don't let him get too carried away with his magic, because if he does hit you with magic, he's really gonna hurt a lot. So definitely be careful with that. There he is, King Jeremiah. That's the guy we're going to fight. There he is. So Let him come to you, and then just a couple of hits ought to take him out. Try not to knock him off the ledge if you can keep from it. So that's going to give us humanity and notch whip. Go ahead and read this whip. Whip with sharp spikes, only slightly effective against armor and tough scales, but quite formidable against enemies with exposed skin. Also causes heavy bleeding. Alright. Okay, so the next area for the Painted World of Ariamas is down in this like pit area. You can go two ways. You can go this way, or you can go over where we picked up that ring of sacrifice. There's a water well. I guess you could say a watering well. And you can go that way if you want to get through here. But I prefer going this way. So it's completely up to you and what you want to do. Down here we're going to have to deal with those bone wheel skeletons again. So a high probability of dying without using a shield. So what you want to do is, again, try to pull them one at a time if possible. They're very weak when you go to hit them. They don't take like one hit to kill. But their attack is just, oh man, it's terrible. Their attack is just really, really heavy, so they can kill you quickly. And if you can manage to one at a time, what you want. I don't remember how many there is in here, but I got 5 of them maybe in this little area right here. Let's see, that might be all of them. Let's see real quick. No, there's one more right there. Alright. That'll be it with that. So, you grab this. And the next thing you want to do is, see this little lever right here? You want to turn this lever. That's going to open the door to the boss. Remember how I told you had that shortcut? And when we came down to that white fog, there was a door that was locked. This is what unlocks that door. To the boss. Alright. Next what we want to do is there's a side area. If you came through the water well down here to get to this area, then you would have to come through this right here. And I think there's either 2 or 3 bone wheel skeletons in here as well. So be careful, because they can trap you in this little tight area here and hurt a lot, so. See what I mean? that was quick, very quick. That's why those guys are just ridiculously overpowered. So overpowered. They can kick your butt so quick. So. I'm gonna go through the water well this time instead of that way. That way I don't have to deal with them other ones. The water well is just up here to the left. Just run through this area and then go to the left right here. And then just right here. Now I will tell you, there is probably going to be a bone well quickly after you go through here, so be careful. Yeah, there he is. See him right there? These guys are not fun to fight at all. Superly overpowered. So there's one down. Let's see if we can't find the other one. I don't think that's the last one, but alright, so you want to come up here and you want to. This guy here is not hostile. He's just kind of really sad that he's in this predicament he's in. So you still want to kill him with combustion because he will toxic you. Well, it didn't work like I thought it would. Oh well. Pyromancer Fire Surge. Pyromancy forms the Great Swamp. Create a surge of flame from the palm of the hand. Not all pyromancy originates in the Great Swamp. One hears rumors of unknown pyromancers inhabiting various lands, and the spell is the work of one such outlander. I don't think we read them other ones. We got two from Laurentius. We got a Fireball. Standard pyromancy, Great Swamp. Hurl Fireball. Fire damage caused by fireballs makes them effective against corporeal beasts and undead who by nature fear flame. And then we have the pyromancy, which improves upon fireball. The flaming fire orb explodes upon impact, causing fire splash damage in a spectacle which seems to symbolize the strength of the fire, manipulating pyromancers. Then we have the combustion, okay, red, and then we have fire surge, which we read. Flash sweat, pyromancy of Karima, who harness the power of flame to actualize the inner self. Intense sweating reduces flame damage. Carmina, I should say. Carmina, the most accomplished pupil of Solomon, the master pyromancer, pioneered new directions for the art of pyromancy. And then Iron Flesh. Use of this pyromancy requires caution as the caster becomes exceedingly heavy and unable to move freely. But it also increases your defense quite a lot. So, alright, so that's one of the two things we had left to do down in this little area. The next thing we have to find is the Annex Key, which is also going to be probably another bone wheel skeleton we have to kill. Certain of it. Oh, where did you go? Oh, there he is. Way over there. Let's grab this real quick. Okay. that is all of that area explored, and then we'll do what we had to do. So now we can come back out here. Get you everybody out of here. This way, maybe. Alright, so that was that. Whoa! Well, that's unexpected. Let's just go home and go out here. I don't know what to deal with those guys. So now we have one little side area we have to explore, and then we'll fight the boss, and then we'll wrap up. So, let's see. Picked up the annex key. Key to the annex in the Painted World of Ariamas. In the wintry Painted World, there is a structure resembling an old cathedral. Its annex serves as a type of storehouse. So that's where we're gonna head now. It's not a very big area. It just takes a little bit to explore and get the items. Annex is where those birds are, those bird guys I'm talking about. That I would tell you later where the best place is to farm them is in the annex. So just take a right after you come out of the bonfire area and open this door. This will take you to the annex. There is another couple, either a couple or maybe one. There's a fire guy. Yeah, there's two. There's one that's down there. There's two that's down here, and then there's one that comes to the left right here. So, kill the fire dude. Another fire. Two more fire guys over here. So these are where the bird guys come. As you can see, there's a bunch of them up there, and then there's the other fire guys right there. The bird guys will drop on top of you here, so grab this item real quick, and then you can run away so they don't fall on top of your head, because they like to fall on top of your head and try to attack you. And they're just relentless. If they fall on your head, they just continue to attack you. That's pretty much, you're gonna die. You can kind of funnel them into this little area and then kill them. It's probably for the best. So we got that dark ember. Read that real quick. Ember required for weapon ascension. The church long hid the forbidden black ember, and no living blacksmith knows of it. Ascends +5 divine weapon to a cult weapon. Cult weapon can be reinforced to +5. Occult weapons were used to hunt the gods and are effective against their followers and kin. So that's another ember for Andre. And right here, don't forget to kick down this door. You're going to get Velka's rapier right here. I'll read that in a sec. Probably have, I think. No. There it is. A symbolic, powerful thrusting sword used by the partners serving Velka, goddess of sin. It is no mere symbol, to be sure. The partner is an inhuman swordsman and wields this enchanted blade with special sword technique. So, Velka's right here. Next we need to go up here. Be prepared. There's another fire guy. This is the last fire guy we have to deal with right now. Be prepared with your blooming purple moss, because you're going to have to use it. And there's some more of those bird guys here too as well. So. said, you can definitely deal with those guys by just by just hitting them with fire if you want, but it's a little more difficult, especially in that area right there, just because of where it is. So if our weapon was a little bit stronger, these guys would be a lot easier to kill, but they really are kind of a pain. So, alright, next what you want to do is just go ahead and come in here, turn to the left, grab this item real quick. Don't fall down though. It's going to be your Velka's gear. So look at that. Mask worn by partners serving Velka, the goddess of sin. The partners listen to the confessions of sinners, urging reflection and salvation. Their masks symbolize separation from worldly desires. So that's Velka's gear. And next we gotta go up here and get the rest of these items here. Well, there's an area here. Where is it? It's not that way. Oh, we have to go. Is it up here? No. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is where we need to go next. Could have got this earlier, but I forgot that it was in here. I thought it was on the other side and annex. Well, it looks like one of them killed themselves for us, so let's see. Hopefully, these guys are a real pain to fight on these steps, but there's, I think, either maybe one or two of those bird guys on these stairs, so they really can be a pain. Yeah, and here they come, so, or one of them at least. Just kind of walk your way back down here, let them come to you. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, he died. Alright, well, unless we left out again, so hopefully that's the last of them. We'll see. There's an item like all the way up these stairs we have to get. Yeah, good. I think we lucked out. So. Wow, that's cool, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that view, man. That's so cool. Man. All the way up here on the top. Anyways, so we got that. We'll read that in a second. Let's grab this other item here. Let's fall down and grab it. So, and we had that red soapstone. Online play item. Leave vision sign. Hollows cannot use the item. Be summoned to another world as a dark spirit and defeat the summoner to acquire humanity. Certain dark wraiths resist their descent into dark and preserve along the honorable path. The red sign soapstone is for them. So, basically a PvP item. If you want to fight with another player, then put that down and they'll summon you and they'll try to fight you. now we are ready for the boss. So. Alright, so the boss's name, I'll give you just a heads up right now. The boss's name is Priscilla. Priscilla is a half dragon, half human. And if you remember in some of the readings off the items I had read already, it talks about, if you remember that doll that I've read off of, it talks about the abomination. So that doll belongs to Priscilla. Where is it? Right here. So there once was an abomination who had no place in this world. She clutched this doll tightly and eventually was drawn into a cold and lonely painted world. So this is Priscilla's doll. She's half dragon, half human, and that's the boss of the area that we're about to go fight. Because she's a dragon, she has a tail which you can cut. All right. If you want the trophy for, I think it's called something like Knight's Trophy or something. If you want that trophy, you have to cut the tail and get Priscilla's dagger. I'll show you how to cut it the best way that I know how. And if it doesn't work, I don't know if I'm going to try to get it or not. I'm going to really try hard to cut it, but we'll see what happens. If you don't get it on the first go, it is very difficult to get it afterwards. Very difficult. So. Oh my gosh. 3 hits from that guy. My goodness. Alright, so the best way that I know to cut Priscilla's tail is to use Power Within combined with a, what's it called? That lightning, that imbued lightning item. The, where is it? Gold pine resin, yeah. And then do a jumping R2 onto the tail. If you can do that, then you should cut it right off the bat. If she doesn't attack you right away, you have to attack her first. That's why it gives you an option to, or you have the ability to cut that tail right off the bat. Well, let's listen to what she has to say.
Who art thou? One of us thou wert not. If thou hast stepped into this world, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. If thou seekest I, thine desires shall be requited not. Thou must return whence thou came. This land is peaceful, its inhabitants kind. If thou dost not belong, I beg of thee, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. Thou must return this I beg.
Okay, so if you didn't want to fight Priscilla and you just wanted to return home, then all you gotta do is just come this way and drop off the ledge here. And they'll take you back out of the area. This is King Jeremiah's gear. You have to kill King Jeremiah to get this gear to be right here. I'll read it real quick. A mysterious item once worn by the Xanthus King Jeremiah, the legendary exile. No one knows where it came from. The crown bears high quality cloth, which is quite soft to the touch, but its bright yellow color stings the eyes, and it is clearly far too big. So, alright, so what you want to do is you want to position yourself right on the tail, okay? About right here. And then you want to use your gold pine resin for your weapon. I think it sucks about Priscilla is that she vanishes once you hit her once. So if you don't get this tail cut, it's very hard to get it, and you won't be able to get it again or get the chance to get it open like this again because she'll be in attack mode. So there we go, we got it. So Priscilla will. She vanishes. You can see her feet on the ground right there. So if you can manage to, her weapon has a bleed on it, so you got to be very careful. So See what I mean? It's just quick too, so. That's probably the hardest tail cut in the game right there, Priscilla's. So if you do like I showed you, put that gold pine resin on there and then give yourself power within, you should be able to tail cut it with no problem at all. And that's it for the Painted World. It's all done. Once you're finished, go ahead and just go to the end here and I'll show you what it does. Good job, by the way. Alright, so we're going to go back into the Painted World because I'm going to go and farm those Souvenirs of Reprisal and get those out of the way. So that's your homework. Get 10 Souvenirs of Reprisal. That's what you need in order to complete, or to get the item from Gwendolyn. So that's what you're going to need to do. Souvenirs of Reprisal. Alright, we'll go ahead and level up. Get that 20 faith. And then work on getting your 20 decks as well. Repair your stuff. Alright, so that's going to end this for today. Remember, like I said, get your 10 Souvenirs of Reprisal. And then once you have those, we'll let's see, meet back up at the bonfire where Gwendolyn is. And Anor Londo, the second bonfire, and that's where we'll start off the next episode. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Like I said before, leave a comment if you want to see something different in here, or if you have any suggestions on something I can do better. And, well, until next episode, peace, and talk to you later.